Hey everyone, just a quick announcement before the episode starts. I just wanted to let everyone know that we're going to be moving to a bi-weekly episode release instead of a weekly one. So you'll be getting them twice a month on Mondays at midnight rather than every Monday at midnight. Other than that, just enjoy the show. Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick and this is Gluttony and Earth. Trees fear him. It's Kyle.
Fuck the Lorax.
Very different from what the Tumblr kids are yelling. 3-time staring contest winner. It's Adam.
I mean, the Tumblr kids want to fuck the Onceler, not the Lorax.
Yes. That was it. Ignoring the calls of the siren, it's BakaZombie.
I stand with Kyle. Fuck the Lorax. How dare he speak for the trees? He doesn't know.
And just bought a fresh pair of sneakers, it's Kane.
Fuck Treebeard.
I don't know who that is.
It's from
Lord of the
Rings, the big tree guy. Fuck trees.
Fuck trees. Fuck trees, man. That's it. That's all. That's the lesson.
Consent, at least.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, that was a good episode. We'll see you next time. Don't tell my therapist, but I am having a little plum sake today.
I've got a baby tree trapped in a jar.
Ooh, to torment it.
Yeah.
It's summertime. We're deep into summer. How's everyone holding up?
Sweating.
Do you want the real answer?
Yeah, give me. Yeah, what do you mean?
What do I give to everybody else so that they don't feel bad when I respond to them?
No. Say how you feel. This is an all-inclusive.
Every day sucks all the time.
Yeah, but how do you feel about summer?
Oh, I hate it. What do you think Endien's a fall, Ladrin?
I assume Kyle hates it.
I have my AC on, so I'm fine.
Yeah. More importantly, I'm curious, are y'all a bunch of beachheads? Y'all like going to that beach?
No.
Doing beach activities?
No.
Such as the swimming?
No.
A moderate beachhead? I haven't been to enough beaches to like really consider it that. But
Not
I mean,
like
it's
a
nice.
connoisseur of beach.
No. I mean, it's nice. I'm on the East Coast, so it's nice to go into the ocean. And like that type of swimming where you're more just like hanging out in the waves and playing type thing. I'm good with that. Like jumping into waves and stuff like that.
You're not Phelps or a shark. You don't need to swim that hard.
No, I also have probably an actual phobia of drowning.
That's fair.
Not drowning so much, but like the ocean terrifies me.
Yeah. Thalassophobia.
Yeah. But more of like, I enjoy the beach for a few hours at a time. I love like, the last time I was on the beach was last summer for a trip. And like one of the days, or one of the times we were out there, just read a book underneath an umbrella, had a drink next to me, and spent like 2-3 hours reading a book. Best time of my life.
Lakes and rivers, yes. Ocean, no.
Sorry, I've never been to an ocean, so I can't comment specifically on ocean going.
I've never been a strong swimmer, so I've never enjoyed being in a lake.
Yeah.
Like that's
fair.
Part of it.
I can understand that. Kane, you a little beach boy? You picking up good vibrations?
Good vibrations. As a kid, I used to be an athlete, so like I used to love going swimming. Living in the area that I do, we have lots of different lakes and bodies of water, so I would always go out and swim all the time. Although I'm pasty white, so every time I'd go out, I would just come back in.
That's fair. Has Kyle ever seen the water?
I'm surrounded by it. It's the only thing I know.
Every day is beach day for Kyle. Just
I
geographically.
don't care for the beach. I honestly don't.
That's fair. Do you enjoy your state at all? That's actually a real question.
Well, they're one of the states that are, not hating on the gays, so.
Oh, well, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. It's that's all you really need is a bit of safety and a bit of AC. That's really it. I can't swim. I have almost drowned several times. So I don't. If I go to the beach, it's not for the water in the slightest. I don't. I'd say 70% of the time that I go to the beach, I do not enter the water because I don't even want to. There's too many people who think everyone who's in the water can swim. Like I've been tackled before, and that was a terrifying experience of drowning. I love the beach though because I like hot sand. I like the heat. I know I'm the odd man out. I love if it could be 110 degrees, I would be swimming in the heat, not the water. But I like just like a cat just sprawling out into the warm, grainy sands and absorbing all of the sun and heat. I surprisingly don't sunburn that much. Like I've grown to tan instead, which might be a bad indication for my skin and cancer. But right now, it just means I can be in the sun longer. But speaking of not being in the sun for very long, we're gonna hit up that recap. How about it, everyone? Last time, the crew and Trundle rode back towards Enoch Village to visit Thellum's cabin again. However, upon arriving, they discovered the entire village had been burned down and destroyed. Not sure what happened, they then moved on to the cabin. What they found was an inconsolable Gunu who had come to the conclusion the monsters in her blood had escaped and destroyed Enoch Village. After Temenos used some magic to calm Gunu down and Thellum read her journal, they discovered that someone calling themselves Thellum's dad came through at the same time and also helped Gunu further her research into shrinking magic after she declined to join him to go to a place where she could be cured. Thellum decides it must be that this person who came through is the one who must have destroyed the village, and also suspects that it might have been Sharuma who came through because the last time they spoke, Thellum did say he was from outside of Enoch Village. The crew also decides to take a look at the frozen lake because Gunu had said that she can't fish anymore because of a very long monster fish that lives there now that she thinks came through the tunnel that appeared in the lake. And while they can't see anything specific below the ice, they do see a large shadow moving underneath it. The crew then decides that tomorrow night they will all hop into a bag of holding and Endien will use Thellum's bubble to swim down in there. That's kind of where we left off, was with this deducing of a plan.
I forgot that that's what we finalized for our plan.
Yeah, I believe you guys decided that one of you could cast like air bubble or something on you guys so you didn't have to breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, I do have air bubble, which I can get on 3 of us, which will give us air for 24 hours.
Yes, which I believe it was going to be Darius, Temenos, and Thellum, so you could hop inside the bag of holding, give it to Endien, and Endien could hopefully stealth her way through the water. Which I believe is what it was.
Yeah. It's just a very, very risky proposition, all of us being in that bag. Are
any of you fish aficionados? Do any of you understand much of the way of the aquatic?
I don't have
Are we
any.
back on bits or?
No. No. I'm like, don't know what I'm gonna say for the next recording yet, so I'm gonna save everything I can for that. Yeah.
Temenos spent like a year of his life on the water. So I mean, I don't know if aficionado would be the right word, but
actually, I think give me a nature check, Temenos.
Nat 20.
Oh, dang. Nice.
Temenos, you, I think you have a very unique disposition to this. You're pretty sure that, like, it's in the ocean, it's dark. Fish have eyes to see with, but they also have other senses that they use to discover things. And you're very familiar with this. You feel like there's a chance that this fish might be able to locate Endien the same way you first did.
What do you mean by that?
What is
He called you smelly.
what is your exact plan for finding our way down there? What is our exact plan?
I don't know. I was just throwing out the ideas that I had as far as low lights and things.
Okay,
If you have something better.
No, I don't. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Is there anything that you could hide? Any your smelled visual kit? I know you can make yourself a little bit harder to detect visually, but like I have a feeling whatever is down here is going to find us.
I mean, part of what I was thinking too was if we can scout out above ground, because Gunu mentioned that the tunnel opened up somewhere on the western edge of the lake, if I'm remembering correctly. Or I may have lied about the western part, just that the tunnel opened up. If we can cut our way through the ice closer to that so that we're not swimming as far until we actually get inside the tunnel, I'd like to do that once we... I'm assuming we're still talking the night before.
Yeah.
When we got more daylight, and then possibly also for the fish thing to not be interested in us hacking at the ice quite so much.
Agreed. I think that's about as good of a plan as we'll be able to come up with.
Yeah, because I'm looking at spells again now, and I'm gonna have limited options. Yeah, I don't have anything else first level wise that would be able to help us out underwater. Because I'm going to have to use all my second level slots and the pearl to get us air bubbles.
Yeah. I'm just looking at what I have. I don't have much. I don't have much for water stuff, so...
Yeah, we're also going to have to be... If we get into a fight down there, it's going to be real dicey. Real dicey. Just because most of us are not going to be our most effective.
I'd hazard to say all of us. Oh, sorry. I'd hazard to say all of us. Is that Indian's voice? It's been so long.
Pretty close. You'll find it again.
Well, I mean... Yeah, you have the night to think over it. Gunu's, it is cold out. It is winter, so sitting outside may or may not be your thing. I don't know, but Gunu has started to set up to start cooking. Actually, you see Gunu sadly walk over to the shed that Thellum's family used to have like tools and stuff in, and she like opens it up and there's no tools in it at all, and instead she's been growing vegetables in the shed to keep it out away from like the frigid snow and stuff like that. So she starts to like grow up all this stuff and like gathers a bunch of stuff and then shuts the door again and sadly walks back into the cabin to start preparing some vegetable stew.
Poor Gunu. Yeah, I don't know what else. Oh, go ahead.
Temenos is gonna like try to call out to Gunu to like just see how she's doing and like if she needs any help with preparing for dinner. Gunu, is there anything we can do to help?
You can faintly hear her say something back from inside the cabin.
Does it seem like she really needs any help, or is she just kind of like waving it off?
Hard to tell. You know that her affect's been pretty flat since you sedated her with magic. So she just might not be yelling loud enough to you.
Yeah, Temenos is just gonna head to the back shed and just poke his head in and.
Well, she went back to the cabin, so
she went back to the cabin. Okay.
Yes.
Then he'll head to where Gunu is in the cabin.
Yeah.
Gunu.
No, Gunu will make the food.
Would you like someone to talk with, or just any kind of help?
I would like help, but no one wants to go inside my blood.
See, Temenos' eyes just getting big. Just well, if the occasion ever arises, I'll be the first to help you with your blood, Gunu.
And she's just cooking. she's lost to her own
Temenos will
emotions.
just slowly back out. He'll slowly back out and close the door.
Well, to lay out all options I have to offer this situation, I have passed without trace, so that mixed with my general affinity to the shadows will keep pretty high stealth, but outside of that, I can try to speak to it, but it probably won't be receptive if it is even a beast. I can... Because air bubble would teleport with me with my face step, right? Since it'd be essentially equipped to me as a spell.
Yeah,
it's just around your head.
You. Yeah.
That's what I figured. I can...
But what you wouldn't...
Oh, go ahead.
I guess my question is what... No, finish what you're saying.
If I had to, I could
answer it.
Move away from it a little quicker, but it'll probably catch up to me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the main concern I have is if all three of us are in one of the bags, how are we going to know if you're okay or not? Or if we need, then we can't help if you get into trouble.
And to be honest, I'd rather not drown again. It's been, 3 times the past couple of months?
Yeah, we haven't had the best luck with that. So as appealing as it might be, I don't think that's our best plan. That may be a good backup.
Could you create something to be able to fish it out of there? If we bring it out of the water, a giant hook or a giant spear.
I mean, not in a quick amount of time.
We could try distract it. Throw in a carcass or two.
Distract on one side while somebody tries. I mean, I don't think all of us would be able to go if we did that plan.
Well, we could try set up a contraption where you could shoot a hanging piece of food on another side of the lake while we all hop in from the other side.
I just worry that it wouldn't be long enough distraction for us all to swim to wherever this hole even is. We don't know where it is.
Yeah, I mean, and then how long... I mean, it's not going to matter for our air supply, but how long are we going to be in that tunnel? Are we... Well, I guess we're assuming that the city's on the other side of the tunnel? Didn't we... Let me refer back to my notes. Oh, we just have it was hidden away. Okay.
Well, what you have available to you, there's not a lot at the cabin for tools per se. There's like some small gardening stuff. So there's not a lot of resources from there. It's covered in ice, except for a small fishing hole that Gunu made near the cabin, closer to the cabin. So you at least know there's a hole that you could scout with. The village. It'll be like a few hours, there and back, a few hours to scavenge dead bodies, to feed to a fish monster, and probably longer if you were going to haul construction material from there. So I mean, just for the sake of like what seems your options like looked out like what they seem to be laid out as. First step, because you guys said you wanted to at least scout to see what's going on. First step could be just Endien dunking her head into the water and hoping it doesn't just bite her head off immediately. Just to get a look around to see what she can see down there. Because she does have the farthest vision out of all of you.
Yeah. Before we even get that far, like how thick is the ice on this lake? Like how long would it take us to chop a hole, like another hole somewhere else in the lake? Because I have like with my all-purpose tool, I effectively have whatever tools we need. Like it can turn into any tool set, so that would cover like, and I have a pick with me, so like anything like that we could probably cover. For like,
I assume it's not too thick if Gunu's able to go through it.
she also could have cleared it when
She
it was
could have been
thinner,
doing
though.
it as it's been freezing over.
Oh.
And then just keeping it clear as it freezes each night. I also have various magic things that I can attempt to break the ice, but that seems excessive.
I mean, you at least know that the ice will be thicker towards the center of it, so it might be easiest for you to get from an edge, but I'm trying to Google, and I'm not getting a lot of straight answers from the ice fishing community.
I normally find like a DNR website every time I've had to do it of like, how much ice do you need to support your truck? And then it gives all the various different ice steps.
I mean, I'll say, like, you have time. If you weren't going to go until tomorrow night anyways, I think you could break it, whatever you're looking to break, in that amount of time.
Okay. I guess, like, I would go in... I don't think we need to have any more of these conversations without Gunu anyways, and it's cold out. Gunu, do you know where this tunnel was that the fish came from?
It was on the bottom of the lake.
All right, that
You'd be able to know where it is because you'd see all the coral.
Oh, okay.
Have you been down it, Gunu?
I saw the tunnel as it was getting bigger over the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
How far down or out in the lake would you say that it is about Gunu?
It's probably about like 30 meters.
30 meters, okay.
It's almost like 100 feet.
Yeah.
Where we come from, we worked in the metric system.
Yeah, it's unusual because everything I've been taught in is in the imperial system, which is strange for an international gaming system. I think it really throws off the others that are in the metric. All right. I mean, okay. So it ain't that far, but it's far enough to be annoying.
Would
Do you...
coral being in a lake sound weird to Endien?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Because I didn't speak up about knowing about fish earlier, so I'm like, should I jump into the... you said there was coral at the bottom of the lake?
Yeah. There's a lot of coral down there. But I actually didn't have anything to say. I just started a sentence.
Understandable. But the water's safe to drink, then.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, it turns to salt water. Coral live in salt water.
Is the coral alive or is it dead?
I
Or
don't know.
magical.
I assume it's alive because it just got here.
Oh,
It's being
okay.
fed by an ocean, probably. So wherever that tunnel goes.
But that'd be real fast-growing coral, wouldn't it? If it only grew in a couple months.
Parts of it might have been washed in, and then it just latched on to where the opening is, because it'd still need at least kind of brackish water to live. And that would explain why such a large fish would be in this lake. It would have
How?
also came from.
Yeah, how far are we from the nearest ocean? Like, I don't know where we are
I
anywhere.
believe I
Said-
thought I said it was like 5 to 7 days on foot, maybe. I
Ooh.
don't quite remember because we talked about this last time you guys were here because you were looking to figure out where Gunu's village was.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, because she's from the coast.
I want to say average about a week on foot to get there, but I just don't remember for sure.
That's quite the tunnel.
That's real far away.
I don't have enough bowls.
That's all right, Gunu. And I have technically I can make like chef's tools or cook's tools. So like with my just like that type of stuff, even if it's like a mixing bowl or something like that.
I have a
yes.
mess kit, so I'm sure I'll
She
have
just
a
starts
bowl in there.
pouring vegetable stew into various sized bowls that are very mismatched.
Thank you for dinner, Gunu. You really didn't have to, but I do appreciate it.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Gunu, do you know I have 1 temporary HP? That seems very strange. Oh, wait, never
Was it
mind.
because
I
you
remember now.
stayed at your
Yeah,
base?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I was
exactly.
reading about bases, and they said if you stayed there with barracks, you'd get
Very
somewhere
smart,
10
Gunu.
HP.
You have a lot
I read a lot of
interesting
books.
Most
Your
about
free
magic and-
I have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
That's how she learned so much magic. And why you're gonna go into her blood and help her.
Yeah.
So are you gonna get rid of the fish?
Maybe.
He keeps eating all the other fish, so it's hard to fish.
Back into my abilities and things, because I think getting this fish at least to the surface, to tag it at least. Not like tag it like, oh, we're gonna track you, like hit it hard.
Oh,
Possibly hit it with a rope that'll keep it there.
I mean,
I have a grappling arrow. Can I shoot my grappling arrow into its gill and keep it there?
I mean, you have to tie it, and you'd have to be able to not
tie one into a tree and then shoot it.
because I mean, if we want to fight this thing,
So, real quick, the DC for breaking rope is 17 strength check. So you have to hope it's got a weaker strength.
Can you make magic rope, Darius?
not quickly. I mean, again, if we want to do these things, it takes me a little bit of time.
We might have to take a little bit of time if we want to do this safely.
I mean, yeah, because I can cause a real big ruckus anywhere on that lake and get it to come after me. That's no problem whatsoever. And I should be able to survive a little bit, or at least it'd have a harder time chomping on me. I guess, I mean, are we gonna try and sneak past it and hope that it doesn't follow us down this tunnel of indeterminate length? Or are we gonna try and kill this thing?
I don't think it could follow you.
Don't think it could follow us, but I do worry about if we have to come back that way and then deal with a large fish. Not to mention, like Gunu said, it is messing with the environment here. It's not supposed to be here.
Gunu, do you know what it looks like?
It's like a really long fish.
Was it Gary?
I don't know any Gary.
Scary.
Oh, very scary. Very scary.
All right, do we want to
That's
do...
a really flat head, and I don't like it.
Flathead?
A flat?
Gross. All right, we can do some scouting type things tonight still, and maybe get eyes on this fish and prepare ourselves for the morning to make it easier. Because I can blast a big old hole in the ice real quickly. And that should also draw its attention up to the hole. We can
get it to the surface on my first round. I can shoot it 6 times.
We could do that in the morning too. It doesn't matter too much. What I'm going to do though, we'd have to rest afterwards because I won't be able to give all of us air. Which, not that we're in a huge rush, but just so we're aware of that.
I mean, I'd like to get eyes on it tonight so we have more time to think about what we're going to do. So we know what we're working with at least.
Well, so do we want to do this now, or?
I'm going to go look now if you would like to join me so I don't get eaten.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go out there, finish up supper with Gunu, and then go out and do some scouting with Endien.
I'll join you guys.
Temenos will join as well.
Okay, you guys get out to the lake. You find Gunu's fishing hole. Are you gonna do what I said, or you just stick your head under, or what's the plan here?
If some of you could go a little bit away, close enough that I could see it, but enough that it's not right next to me, and get his attention over there. I can just peek my little head down in there. It's like banging on the ice, essentially.
How does 60 feet away from you sound?
You can go up to 90.
Well,
90 foot of dark vision. And it gives me more time to react.
The spell I was going to cast can go out to 60 feet, because I was going to cast Shatter just on the ice, and that'll blow a 10-foot hole, or a 10-foot radius, so a 20-foot hole in the ice, potentially, with that.
Is that a good idea while we're not on the... Oh, man,
No.
we're dumb. We're not on the ice.
Nah, we're on the shore. And I would, if I'm doing this, I would make sure all of us were on the shore. If not, well, obviously we have to be close because Endien's at the fishing hole, but...
Okay.
I'll also pass without a trace of myself. So I have some extra stealthiness.
Anyone have a sharp object?
I mean, I have a dagger. What are you looking for?
I'll Thellum will take that dagger, bar it real quick.
Or a spear?
No. I don't need...
If it wasn't winter, I could send a frog down there and just look through its eyes.
Can I ask why? Are you just for the sake of having one?
It's fine. You'll find out.
Don't love when you say things like that.
What is he asking for?
On something that's sharp. I don't know why. He says it's going to be a surprise. It's a mystery.
You have a kitchen.
We're outside right now. I'm too late for walking.
All right.
So Darius is gonna shatter while Endien dips her little head in, pass without trace.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll do
Okay.
the full range, 60 feet out, directly in front of the fishing hole, and cast Shatter.
Oh, okay, above it like that. Okay.
But
Yeah.
directly out, hitting the ice, so it's like the full, like the center of the radius would be on the ice.
Okay.
And to give it a little bit more incentive, Thellum will cut his hand and wiggle around in the water and then step back.
Well, he
Where?
just put he just put it like in the middle of the lake, basically.
In the middle of the lake?
Yeah,
Yeah,
instead of one of the sides. Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, so it's away from me because we don't want it going towards me. So
Duh.
don't do that.
Kyle, I totally thought he was going to put it off to the side also somewhere, but
No, because we
Come
just
on,
want to
it's a
see where it
dagger. I
is.
don't
Yeah,
want
it's
your
also a larger fish, so it has a harder time coming towards shore anyway.
well, so give me the damage.
Not great. 8 damage would. I mean,
It's
water's
inorganic?
inorganic though.
No, it's
organic,
ice.
though.
Yeah. It's but the thing is, inorganic material has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't do
They
extra damage.
really snubbed sonic damage in this edition, where instead of doing double damage, you have disadvantage against shit. So
And spell that gives disadvantage,
this one does disadvantage.
or
Shatter
it
does.
does double
Oh, okay.
damage. Sorry.
Yeah, so otherwise, yeah,
Siege
so you
weapons,
get 8
yeah.
on it. You crack the ice somewhat, but you do make a big boom. I need, I'll say to give yeah, I'll have you know what, just Endien, give me your perception check. Because I don't think you're gonna. What?
Do you want me to do a stealth check? As I sneak my head under the water.
Actually, yes. I'll do it that way. Because what it is with the shattering of the ice, it might not go for what went on there. It might just be spooked and run somewhere.
Fair enough.
And whether or not that means it's running towards Endien is that. So give me your stealth.
35.
35. Okay. And then give me your perception.
D. My brain didn't work for a second. I'm like, why do I have advantage? I don't have proficiency. 18.
18. All right. Now give me a nature check.
13.
13 was the DC.
Ooh.
You dip your head underneath and you see swarming away from the noise that just got created above there, like the thud. Spooked by the tapping on the glass. You see a giant lightning eel swim away from it. Not only is it a giant lightning eel, this thing is larger than a giant. This is huge. Must be that because it got into this larger domain, but it shouldn't normally be this size. It is overgrown. You also notice on the bottom of, just kind of barely out of your vision, because you have 90 feet, so it's like about, you see like, you don't see the fullness of it, but you do see an area where coral and like rock have like made this terrain, this like gravelly terrain bursting from an area, and you just see this, not necessarily shimmering, but like this almost it's not three-dimensional. It's giving very like this portal, this wavering portal that leads further in, that seems to have rock and coral in it. It looks as though only one person could go at a time through this. Like, it looks like that kind of a smallness where only one of you could swim through. Like, you could go single file if you wanted, but like you'd have to like go one at a time through this thing if you were to go into it. But it's about 95 feet down.
Pull head out of water. I saw it. I guess it's worse categorically. I guess it depends on how you categorize worseness of things. Lightning eel, very large. So on top of biting, we have lightning to deal with because of electricity, I guess, doesn't work here or live here. I mean, invented here.
I mean, there's a form of like magic electricity that gets used.
But we still call it lightning, so that's what we're dealing with right now. A lightning eel.
Yeah.
Very large. It must have grown here. Also, I could barely see it. It's not exactly a hole. It's more of a portal. So that would probably explain how things from the ocean could be here, because they would be more instantaneous rather than a tunnel. One person at a time, though, smaller.
Was the rock and coral coming from the portal, or were they on
like being actively spewed, but it's like around that area, so it must have been the portal was created where that rock and coral was sitting, and it got moved here, or it fell in, or what have you.
It could be that it is affecting the area around it, for sure.
Yeah.
To some degree. I mean, if it's a portal, I think the idea of magic that Thellum threw out earlier definitely suggests that it could just be a magically affected area.
Okay. All right. I mean, at least we got eyes on it now. That's good.
Anna seems to be afraid of loud noises. Might be of use if it comes towards us.
Yeah, I mean, I got some other things I can do for that. I'm gonna do that again. I don't know if you want to be under the water to see if you can get any other information out of it, but if we're still 90 feet out, I want a closer entrance to that portal so that we're not swimming as far, whatever's going to be going down. So I'm just going to cast Shatter in the exact same spot again.
Okay, you want to give me...
Ooh, that's better. That's 11 damage.
It was 8 before, right?
Yes.
I did. All right, you're cracking it. It's not fully broken through, though.
Dang.
Seeing this, I will try help with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, start pumping out blasts. Thunder, thunder, thunder!
Didn't need to say it like that.
I absolutely did.
Wait, I don't need to roll
You don't need to
Yeah.
roll that. That's fine. I don't care about that. Just give me your damage. I'll say if you're just blasting it over and over and over again, eventually you break through it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can also... I have the pearl, so I can pump another shatter into it as well.
Yeah. Yes. Eventually, you burst out this scraggly hole on the top of the ice in the middle of the lake.
What we can also do, maybe not, or maybe to not, because it's spooked because of all the sound. If we're real careful, we can go out to that hole now and maybe get a better idea of what that portal looks like, since we'll be a little bit closer to it.
I do want to see this. So, yeah, I'd go up to it. Go up to the hole, look down.
So as you guys are walking over to the hole, Thellum, you are walking over, and it's like as if someone's holding your hand, stops walking with you, and your hand stays put.
Is there a problem?
And this low rumbling. Young Thellum, what is it you're so desperate to see over there?
I'll go back to where my hand stopped.
Yeah.
And I'll take off the ring, put it up to my mouth so you can hear what I say. What you're trying to hide from me?
What you asked to be hidden from you.
Could you repeat those words to me then?
All that's there is something that you asked to be hidden from you.
And now I want to see it.
I can assure you there is nothing there for you.
Well, what I've learned is, for some reason, Eileen was trying to keep something out. And for some reason, you are also connected to this place. Are you what she was trying to keep out?
I doubt it.
Then you have nothing to be worried about if I make sure.
I will not be able to protect you a second time, Thellum.
From what?
The horrors that await you down there.
Well, hopefully this time I am prepared. Because you're not going to be able to convince me to stop. I'll put the ring into the bag of holding and dip my head under.
I would be dipping my head under too. I wouldn't have walked out there without Thellum. Like, seeing that he stopped, I would have stopped as well.
Yeah, Darius, I mean, obviously you would have heard the conversation. Because you can understand.
Yeah, after Thellum puts the ring in the bag, I will just walk up next to him and putting my hand on his shoulder, say, "You're a lot stronger than when you left here." And
well, completely, unserious. Gunu is technically living a better life than me.
I mean, she is a werewolf and is in constant fear of escaping every month, so that's like a pretty constant. That's a hard life to live. But I see where you're coming from.
But I just want to know what is down.
Good.
So, let's check it out.
I will also say, I'll whisper it to Thellum, and I'll just say, there may be a way to get you out of that deal down there, too. And this is where he came from, so...
Maybe. Hopefully.
And you each take turns dipping your head down there. And only Endien is able to see the hole because it's so goddamn far down. It's 90 feet down.
Oh, I wasn't sure how deep the lake was.
Sorry, 90 feet deep.
Out.
Not like 95 deep, yeah.
I misunderstood what that was then.
Can you see the fish? Yes, you do see it, like, lurking in the distance as it swims by.
Okay.
Get out, wipe my face so that the water's not freezing to it. But I can't get all of the cracks of the bark, so it's starting to freeze in the bark. Can we go inside, please?
Endien, seeing it from this angle, it does look as though the portal leads into a tunnel.
Oh, well, we still have a tunnel to deal with.
All right. Okay. I mean, we got, good, bad, or otherwise, we got a bigger hole to fight the fish from now, so we can work on a way of luring it out in the morning. Yeah, head back into the cabin.
Knows about fish. He can fish it out, I'm sure. Right, Temenos?
Have to, yeah. Of course I'll fish it out.
Yeah. I'll put
What do you guys need?
I'll put my hand on Temenos' shoulder. Yeah, you're a big, strong guy. You can reel this big dude in.
I don't know about reel him in, but I mean, if you need me to help get him, I'll help get him.
Would there be anything that'd be particularly attractive to these types of eels? Or fish in general?
Other fish. From what it sounds like.
There's always a
That's
bigger
him.
fish.
That's not what we're going for here. We're looking for things to feed it, not it to be fed on. Because if there's a larger fish than this, then we'll have to deal with the larger fish. That just adds more problems.
I mean, like, let's just say, hypothetically, if one could create 2 gallons of mayonnaise, would that be of interest to that fish?
I don't think so.
I mean, okay, I'm just...
I might be interested for a little bit, but I think once it tasted what it was, it wouldn't be interested anymore.
Wait, how can you make that much?
Look,
You didn't know that hobgoblins are Midwestern?
Darius eats 2 gallons of it every morning.
yeah, just like from a bowl.
That's how he gets his calories.
That's what mayonnaise and honey. That's what I survived on when I was in Dark World. No, I have an alchemy jug, so that's one of the things that it can make is mayonnaise. It just hasn't come in handy for any of the things that we've done.
You know what?
That sounds
If we are
gross.
ever in danger of a dry sandwich,
I learned that wizards made it so that it makes mayonnaise. Why was that added to the list of things it can make?
Dude, what if you're going to a family picnic and you need to make 7 types of salad?
I took a variation of it where I think the original has like acid and like more useful things. I took the one that just has like food and condiments. I can make beer, honey, mayonnaise,
Salt, vinegar.
oil, soy sauce, vinegar, fresh
I can
and salt
jug of
water, and
mayonnaise.
wine.
Darius, if you have like 40 gold worth of bread, you can just take that mayonnaise and put it on the bread.
Mayonnaise
I mean,
sandwich.
that's a sad sandwich, but I guess it is a sandwich.
Yeah, with 40 gold worth
That's
of
not even the
bread.
saddest sandwich you can have. You ever had a bread sandwich?
Yeah, so I mean, if that's all for the night, you guys get your Z's in, get your trancing in. Endien, as you're trancing, I just kind of want to take it back to possibly like a week or so ago, maybe a few weeks, like back to a memory of training with Deborah. And Deborah asks you, so what's with the other sword that you don't use?
I've only used it a few times in dire situations. I found it when I was getting my librarian license, and it helped me get what I needed to pass the test.
Oh, and you just don't use it much since then, or you've mostly I've only ever really noticed you use your bow or your short swords.
I've used it once or twice, but honestly, it's a little heavy for me. But it just, I don't know, it holds a significance because of what it got me through.
I can understand that. I'm sure once Uncle's better, we could probably reforge it. If you need something lighter.
It wouldn't feel right, I think. Changing it. I mean, it got me through what it needed to get me through as it is. What my short swords couldn't and my bow couldn't.
Well then, I mean, if it holds that importance, I mean, I guess there could be something said about not always sticking to your comfort zones then, huh?
You do have to explore those things that you aren't proficient in sometimes. Technically I am proficient in all sorts. And they open up new avenues that you didn't think you were capable of. Plus, I think it makes me look pretty cool, right? She pulls it out, just instantly hits the ground.
I'm sure with a lot more training, you'll look super badass with it.
And then she'll practice a few swipes with Deborah. It's just this
Yeah.
video game, like too heavy of a sword swing.
Yeah.
Windmill move.
Just it's the where you have to drag it to then
Yeah.
get the momentum up. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to bring back to some memories of the nights before. And
I have a quick question. Since we are out and about in the night, Endien is normally invisible, but however, since I can see her strings, can I see Endien with my new eyes at night? Or do I just see like the outline of her where the strings attach?
I don't think you see any of it
Okay, cool.
while she's in the dark.
Gotcha.
I think that it would have been more tangible in Dark World for you, but I think here it's just when she's visible, the strings are visible.
Okay, just clarifying on that.
Yep. Yeah, so we get on to the next day.
Get on, little doggy.
Gunu's got some more vegetables that she's grown, some fruits. She's prepared some stuff.
Gunu, how are you this morning?
Gunu's doing better. Gunu just has to think. But Gunu's just trying to keep busy. Gunu doesn't know how to think about what to do. If you say that people can't go in my blood,
What are you going to keep yourself busy with today?
cooking. I'm just gonna cook a lot. I'm just gonna grow and cook.
Okay. Any fun recipes? Is this what normal children talk about?
I don't think you or Gunu knows that.
Like, she straight up asked Gunu that.
Oh. I don't know anyone else my age.
Oh.
Everyone I knew I killed.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I'm just trying to practice talking with children because there's some living in my house now.
Oh.
Remember that base you were talking about in that book you read? That's where
Yes.
they are, and I live there
Oh.
too, so...
So they also have temp HP too, I guess.
Yes, they have one temp HP, so we'll have to burn through that if we ever have to get rid of them.
Gunu, maybe if we talk to Thellum, maybe we could see about having you come back with us to the base, and you could.
No, because then
Meet the
I will
kids.
kill everyone in the town.
No, just to meet the kids, just to better.
I don't want to do that again to everyone around me. I've killed 2 villages.
Oh, but you're a lovely person, and it's just to have
doesn't
you
matter
all by
how-
yourself.
It doesn't matter how nice you are if monsters live in your blood.
Remember, Guna, you didn't kill the village
Exactly.
near here.
That wasn't you.
It was the monsters.
But it wasn't your monster, and maybe if this one wasn't your monster, the other one wasn't either. But we're not going to do that mission, so we're never going to figure it out.
Yeah, Darius
You're
just
gonna
like
forget
sitting
Gunu
there.
exists again for 7 arcs.
Probably, yes.
Sitting
Gunu's
there
been nothing
slurping
but a
his
delight
soup.
to you all.
You were
Have
good
been
for some
nothing but a
comedic.
delight, Gunu. You're wonderful.
You were good for some comedic relief, but after this, you cease to exist in our minds.
Yeah, your whole situation's kind of sad, and we just don't want to deal with it. So like, it's better if we just. You seem to be doing all right out here, so like, we'll just look. The village was a bad thing, but whatever.
Yeah, it was a bad thing that wasn't Gunu's fault.
I have more things to grow.
She leaves the room.
I am wondering how she grows things when the ground's frozen. I know it's in a shed, but the ground still freezes.
Right. I mean, she's got.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's a better farmer
I
than
assumed it was
Thellum.
some kind of magic nonsense.
Darius noted it the first time you were here that she seems to have innate magic.
Yeah.
That she uses.
She's a druid. Alright, so what did we all think about as we slept for this fish? Are we trying to catch it and kill it, or hope it doesn't shock us to death
I
as we swim
say we
towards the
try to get
portal?
rid of it.
As well, try to
Well,
kill
it
it.
is only 90 feet. I could teleport straight to the portal and be fine. It would take 3 rounds, but I can do it.
I mean, the 3-round part is kind of the issue there.
I might be able to scoot it down to 2, just because I have movement in between as well.
I mean, I'm ready and down to fight this thing. And if we get rid of it, one, food for Gunu for a long time, because we can butcher up the eel. Then the fish will come back here, and then we can enter the portal at our leisure.
Is this lake being fed by a river?
It doesn't look like it right now, no.
This fish will never come back here.
I mean, we won't have to worry about it chasing us when we're trying to get in or out of the portal, though.
Yes, no, I like all the points that help us. I'm just pointing out that fish
I mean,
probably
that can
won't
be.
come back.
We'll go. Can we buy fish? Could we bring fish back here? That's a different problem. That's not a thing to worry about right now.
Are we becoming invested in Gunu?
Look, I mean, she's like, even though she's inside
It's
whispering,
about time you guys became invested in at least one character.
that's rude.
We love Trundle.
Because you don't talk to him!
It's
'Cause he's-
implied we talked
he's-
to him on the way to the place.
I like him because he's a service to you. So what the fuck are you guys doing? Fucking make up your minds.
Fight. We're fighting the fish.
How?
We smack it.
The film didn't come up with anything.
Yeah, I mean, Thellum came up with a good enough plan. Darius, I mean, if we're all ready, are we like now? We gonna do this now?
Yeah, I mean, good time as any. I'm ready to shoot it whenever. It's my melee classes I'm worried about.
I mean, I'm not. Don't worry about me. I'm going to first of all bonus action activate my defensive field.
Oh,
Why'd you
Which
say
is
it like that?
we
Yeah,
played
'cause it's-
Darius in defense mode.
which gives me 6 10.
Why keep saying these things?
Sorry. But I'm gonna start with at least trying the Thellum method. I'll draw some of my own blood and essentially just like stick my hand in the water to try and entice this thing over to me.
All right, you go and you lure. Or which one hole are you luring it to?
The big one. Because if we need to do more things, and then it's also more likely to like come up because it has a bigger hole to get out of.
Okay, and so your plan is you are luring it to that hole, and then what?
Hopefully it sticks its head up enough that Endien can shoot it and or I can attack it as well. I mean, I'm ready with...
We'd have to have something for it to be worth sticking its head out of the water. Because like if the blood's just in the water, it'll just sniff it and be like, oh, nothing's here actually, though.
I mean, I can... Well, that won't get it up out of the water. Unless, I mean... The only thing I can think of is then, like, a full body, but also then I don't know how much out of the water this thing's going to come anyway. So that's kind of the issue.
Can I go
Can
find
I?
a deer in the forest and shoot it?
That's what I was gonna think.
I'll say give me a nature check.
You know, it'd be nice if I turned my lights on before I started. 14.
14. I'll say it takes you about 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
You can go and you can haul this carcass back over here.
Yeah, haul it over. Whenever we're ready, I can cut it open so that there's more blood for this eel to sense, and then just leave it on the side so it has to come up and breach to get it.
Okay, I am going to actually bring you guys to the map.
I am the map. Is this the map that's going to kill us?
No.
Oh, damn.
It's a map you've used before.
Oh my
But-
god.
I'm reusing it because you finally interacted with this encounter.
I remember that place.
Yeah, you're in the top right. You're on the water. You're on the ice. I just put you guys in a place. You guys can move yourselves to where you think you would have been.
Would have been. Like the deer is in front of me.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Well, I guess technically it wouldn't take the same space as a deer if it came to eat it, right?
No, it wouldn't. Yeah.
I just don't want to be too close that I have disadvantage.
Okay. You cut this deer, and basically what I'm gonna do is
Rain my bow on it.
have you guys give me some initiative.
Initiativos?
Do I always roll like shit on initiative? It doesn't matter what character I play.
Penis, dude. I rolled really bad too. Not even my
I mean-
good bonus will save me.
In theory, we'll be able to like prepare actions for when it appears, but
Unless it just like appears at the top of the round. Depends on how he runs it, I guess.
Ooh, interesting.
good.
What's everyone? What is Darius's initiative?
5.
All right. What is Temenos?
2.
Thellum, please say you rolled good.
Thellum?
17.
Ooh.
Okay. At least we can punch it.
And
Charles?
Endien.
11. I rolled a frackin' 4, but I have a +7, so it's
my God.
If Thellum can get some punches off, we may be able to stun it.
Stunning strike. He's on the other side of the hole. Unless it takes
So,
up the whole hole.
I basically, I really didn't want to deal with surprise round shit. So what I did was I let him roll with disadvantage on initiative.
You get a 2.
He got an 8 on the dice.
Ooh, what's his
That's better than most
dexterity,
of us.
though?
Most of us.
If his dex is higher than 2, then I'm screwed.
Oh, look at that little guy.
All right. So everyone's
Oh,
waiting.
he's over
Everyone's
there.
waiting.
He's behind us. Oops. He's on
He's
land.
surprising us.
He is over here, and he comes to. So Thellum, you were waiting to punch when he came in.
Yep.
All right. So he like lurches up to try and get this deer carcass. Go ahead and give me your punches.
Thellum.
Miss both of them, Thellum.
It shouldn't be too hard.
You'd think.
I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. Okay, that one misses.
Can
Slippery little eel.
I flurry of blows?
What was your other? Was your other
was the other
attack
one?
worse than a
It
9?
was worse.
I gotta let you know, animals have bad AC,
Yeah.
and you're missing.
It's
It's just like 10
cold,
plus
even though I'm not affected by it. It's cold.
Okay, Thellum.
So go ahead with your flurry.
Oh, okay, that's better. 23.
That hits.
And I will stunning strike it.
What's the damage?
I'll
He
roll.
dies from one punch. Blah.
7.
3 hit points.
7.
Yeah.
All right, stunning strike, and it makes a con save.
Yes. Con save of 13.
13. I have to roll below an 8.
Okay, not impossible.
I rolled a 12.
I do have
Divination
another
wizard actually.
punch that flurry
Okay,
of
go for it. Go for your other punch. It is wounded.
That's a 7, right? Okay.
Okay. All right,
No,
you go.
13.
Was it?
Modifier.
I rolled a 7.
Oh,
Plus,
13 is the AC.
oh,
That's a plus
that is
3.
another stunning strike.
What's your damage?
It might just be a little baby eel.
4.
Okay, it'll make another after roll below. I think I said an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 5. You stunned it.
Oh!
You got him. So
Yeah.
it goes up there. Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. It was next. Endien, it's stunned.
Hooray! That means I'm gonna shoot it. How many turns has it been? Is this the first round?
This is the first round.
Okay, then I can shoot it 3 times. If I need to. Hopefully I don't. I'm just seeing what stun does in case I get any. I do have advantage. Okay. The first one is going to be a 21.
That hits.
It's been a while since I played her. I've got to actually look at what the modifiers and stuff are. 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Second shot. That'll be a 29.
29 hits.
That'll be 12 points of piercing.
All right.
And if it's still alive, I'm going to sharpshooter this last one because I need the damage. Oh, damn. It's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
On the sharpshooter.
Give me your percentile.
That means I get the percentile, not get extra dice. Hold the phone. I forget it. 100.
100. Very deadly. Let's see here. Let's see what you got out of this. Distracting jab. Quadruple damage, and the target has disadvantage on attacks until the end of the encounter.
Quadruple damage?
Quadruple. So that's damage dice.
Yeah, I need to get a calculator here because it was the Dread Ambusher shot, so there's 2d8 instead of just 1. So 16. Quad the dice damage, you said, right?
Yep.
64 plus 17 because I use sharpshooter. Math is hard for me when I'm exhausted. 81 points of damage.
81 points of damage.
Shit.
All right, it had about 5 HP left.
Nice.
It has 42 HP. And you 1, 2, and then the third one, you just focus fire right where you need to, and it obliterates the back of its head, and it just splats blood and guts across the back of the ice. And the rest of its body slinks down into the depths.
Wait.
Do you believe it took us many, many hours to figure out how to do this?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we didn't know how tough it was.
That's fair.
No, you came up with a plan that succeeded. If you got in with your plan you had by the end of the last episode, Endien would have been fucked.
Yeah,
Endien going in there alone, it could have smelt her and then dealt her.
I don't know. If I use Pass Without a Trace, I'd have advantage on stealth checks while I'm down there. Easily roll a 35 again. Bada bing, bada boom, baby boy.
Well, I mean, that was easier than I thought it was going to be.
If anything, I was just gonna let the ring float all the way down to where I think the portal is.
Oh, like go inside the ring and just
Yeah,
go down. Well,
It's creative. It'll get the job done.
there's some meat left on this head if Gunu wants it.
I mean,
Well, there is
and
the body too.
the whole
The
rest
body's
of the
down in the bottom of the lake. You'd have to wait for it to bloat, and at that point, it probably wouldn't be good to eat anymore.
I mean, like, how big is this eel?
Well, it's a huge monster. So very fucking big. I don't know.
We only saw like
Bigger than a
Just a
horse.
I mean, again, if we're not in a rush to do anything, if we don't want to go down there today, I can, or even if we want to, I can still cast air bubble on us. We can butcher this thing underwater and like get chunks of it up to the surface that way.
Don't worry. There's no more danger down there, so I can just do this. Keep bubbles up, goes down the hole, and butchers it.
Yeah, and the new bubble, and this is everyone's first time seeing how it works. He pulls out the bubble. Instead of popping into that big bubble, it just like pops a personal bubble around him, like a bubble suit, basically. And he just is able to go down there. And when you're in the water, you feel like, so normally I said you could levitate with it.
Mm-hmm.
In the water, you feel like you have a lot more control over your body with it, that you're able to position yourself with. So it's easy for you to get down there and just get all this stuff. And I mean, obviously, you won't even really have to take a lot to swim up. So like, you could probably just haul it up and bring it to the end, like the hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Papa's coming home with the bacon.
you guys get yourself a nice eel to feast on. I don't know, but we will see when we come back next episode. That's the end. We're already at the time limit because we spent 1,000 years deciding redesigning the plan. You guys were coming up last game. All right. If you would like to be more involved or get more up to date on things, you can always hit up the IDL on Twitter. That's IDL_PGS. We do have a YouTube where all of the episodes have been going up to try and keep up so people can listen to it on YouTube at least a little bit later than when the podcast goes live. If that's more your thing. I think I'm starting to put it on Tumblr too, just in case. So we've got some Tumblr posts from the IDL, Interdimensional Library. If you would like to ask me about what it's like to have a flat affect, you can always hit me up on Twitter. That is at Bumblescum. If you would like to... What did Darius do this episode?
Not a whole lot.
You'd like to break ice?
The ice?
If you want to learn how to break the ice, you can always hit up Adam at Little Grove. If you would like to splatter animal brains across the ice, you can always hit up BakaZombie. If you would,
on public feed.
Oh yeah, on Zombie Baka is your Twitter or whatever.
You can't talk about splattering animal brains on a public feed, is what I'm saying. Hit me in the DM.
Okay. Hit the DMs. Hit them up in the DMs. Hit them up in the DMs if you want to talk about splattering head. If you would like to talk about going inside someone's blood, you can always hit up Kane at Kane_Wallner. And if you'd like to talk to Kyle, you'll have to wait. He seems like he's a little hesitant and he's whispering into his ring right now. So just give it a few seconds for the narrative mumbo jumbo to end. All right, that's it. Goodbye.